Hi guys, hello. All right, so I know I keep saying I'm going to do this regular, and then I always have so much other to do. But anyhow, here we are today. So I have a bunch of my embossed just 4x6 cards here. And so usually what I'll do is I sit down, because I have such limited space, that I'll sit down and I just do these in groups and then use them as I need them. So today, I've got my little brush that I use. You can get a 12-pack of these brushes on Amazon. I think that you can call them art brushes or whatever. Where's the lid to my thing here? I'm using this, my little stamper, and where did the lid go? The lid just disappeared, but it's oh, here it is. The walnut, I believe, the Ranger, yeah, walnut stain, and I'm just doing the edges. I started out using the brush, but you know what I want to do here? I see a couple of, I didn't want to go real dark, and I was going to use black, but I wanted to get the edges real good, but this worked out good. This is really easy and quick to do, so that's what I'm going to do. Now when you're doing this, I've got my junk paper here, and you don't, once it starts getting dirty on the paper, you want to move it and use something different. So I'm just lightly pressing on here, getting the edges and anything that's embossed. And then I'm not real worried about getting into the plain section of the paper, where I'll be writing or adding whatever I'm going to add. And one of the things, like some people plan and they have these beautiful concoctions of books that they make, and I kind of I wing it as I go and use what I have and what I want to get the edges real good and make the edges super dark here. Not super dark, but darker. And I do want to do this. So now this is getting dirty, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it over so that I don't get the back, because the back is going to have glue on it, so I don't want to, see, I'm just going to, can we see that? So I'm just getting that a little bit darker around the edges, but I don't want it so dark that when I press on it, I get that real dark, little dark lines. I just want a little oomph to it. Now, I am curious. Someone gave me this metallic luster. This is Fab Fuchsia by Deco Art. And I'm not sure, I've not looked it up how to use it, but I'm going to use a baby wipe and just come in here. And I'm just going to do these tulips, and I'm not perfect with it. If you want to be perfect, then use your a brush, or and then I kind of like it. It looks okay, not bad, and it gives it a little too much here. Come on. All right, we're going to be dweeby here. I had a little glob there that I didn't want to put on here. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little dab here and here just to bring the pink and metallic up a little bit. And some people do everything by perfection with their art, and I just know by intuition. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's okay. It's all right if it doesn't work. So lately I've just been doing a lot of the art part of the work, and not a lot of the meat and potatoes yet. And I have been taking notes and working on things. I just haven't, you know, I kind of go, I have to, when I'm writing and putting words together, I have to be in the zone, okay? And y'all know what that means, right? So let me take a drink of coffee here. I have to be in the zone, and I'm really liking that. Definitely going with the pinks. I had this pink card. I've got a purple one here. Let's see how this purple works. But I work in the zone. Oh, that works. That looks good. Yeah. Now with the darker colors, you can go a little heavier. And with this, I want to get, see, I'm getting a little bit of line here and there, and that's okay. That is okay. That looks nice to me. I like it. Let me move this up and maybe you can see that's better. Less shadow. And I can come up here and do, now I think what I'm going to do with this, I've got purple marker here. I'm going to just, yeah, I like this. This works nice. Just happen to have this, because my theme this past week or two has just been pinks and purples. And if I want to, I can come in here and just do the little highlight on some of these and fill in gaps. Because, you know, tulips have, some of those tulips have the multicolors in them, and those are super pretty. They don't have to be perfect. You know, when you make your art too perfect, it looks too perfect. This is why I think people like the Van Gogh, because it's just, you know, just light and airy. You know what's in there, but it's just light and airy. Something very sweet about that. So, and I'm not being super neat here. And again, if I want to be super neat, then I get my brushes out and I kind of try. I don't have that art thing that I want everything to be perfect. Because in my photography, I want it to be perfect. That's the deal with my art. When I'm doing my pictures, if I've got something, a picture that didn't come out quite like I wanted it, and maybe if it wasn't completely focused the way I had envisioned it, then I will turn that into something graphic, you know, and use the graphics in my Photoshop. But for the most part, I would say 80% of my photographs I want to be nice and perfect. So in my field and what I do the watercolor, whimsical, fun, light, airy. I do the junk journaling because I like to use all these different textures and textiles. I use ribbons and cotton and paper and ink and metallics and all kinds of stuff. You know, I go into the art store and go, oh, I want a little bit of everything. So to me, the art world is fun when you're in there creating. And so when I'm creating this kind of stuff, especially my journaling, I have fun with it. When I'm doing my photography, it's quiet time and I'm concentrating. Now I'm not sure I'm going to like this one, but I'm going to try it anyway. And I'm going to go as light as I can here. I don't want a lot of antique-y looking in this. We've got the butterflies and some swirls. And not exactly what I wanted, but I'm going to run with it. I am going to run with it and let it be what it is. All right, and here is the purple. So when I'm doing my embossing, I have the machine, the Sizzix, and I just kind of sometimes feel like pulling out. I have a lot of cute dies, and I pull them out and use them. And have fun with it. When I get to the point where I have enough space and I can have everything set out, then that's a different concept. Sweet. And I think I want to pull out some of my other colored stamps for these, because I think I want purple. Hold on a second here. Okay, I've got red. Let's go with red for this one and see what we do here. Woo, fun. Okay, so this definitely has to go down. And then I'm going to just kind of do the sides because you want it to kind of look complete. And it's okay that there's a little bit of red inside. That just kind of brings it in. Not perfect. And again, I could have used my brush, but then you got to clean it and all that. So really nice. And I think I'll go maybe with a little, just a tiny bit of red here on this one. The browns and reds, kind of sweet. All right, that's good. That's good, good, good. Let's see what we can do here. The red won't show up as much in the purple, but it's still cool. When it dries, it'll have a nice little punch. So that's what I'm going to do with that color there. Get rid of that. Sorry guys, I'm still here. Alright, so there's that. And I think what I'm going to do I don't know if I'm going to do cards with these or not, but I'm making these little books as well. I took some scrap paper here, cut it down, and then these are packing papers, like a brown paper bag type of deal. And I just started putting stuff together. So this is my theme and theory on how I do my projects. So I get an idea, and I sat down and put together a bunch of these. So here's a scrap. Now this one folded up a little bit when I added stuff to it. It is what it is. I can probably stiffen it up a little bit. I think I must have used I don't know what I used to make that buckle. I don't remember. But I've got the papers, the different things that I'm going to put in here and use in this. I was thinking about covering it with this, but then I hate to waste this girl here, and I wish I would have almost... This coloring goes so well with this paper. I don't know. I could put it up here, but then this is a heavier, it's watercolor paper. So I don't know. I have to play on that one. But I've got strips of paper, I've got roses and so forth, and so I'm going to decorate with that. And then it's blank paper, so I'm going to go ahead and just use a black marker. And I'm making a lot of grief little booklets with different sayings and so forth and encouragement. So this is one of them, one of the little... So I kind of bind this together, put these together like so. I could, if I wanted to, do something like this, which I think will look great when I decorate it or whatever. I can put a scripture or something here, and then I've got I'm adding and collecting things to put inside here. So that's one. I'm liking this, so I got my stack of handy dandy paper clips. Keep those together here because I'm always using them. Always using them. Kind of like that. I like the vintage kind of look with the doilies there. And then here's one here. I used a piece of lace here and glued it on. And this is a heavier cardstock, which I'm going to go ahead and place on here. And I love this. And then I'll decorate that like so. And this is my method. This is how I do things, because that way I do the art part when I want to listen to TV or okay, this has got a little pink and purple in it. So I'm debating, do I want, it's too purple. I don't like that. I might go with this. I might go with this one. I like that. And then I can add a little bit of this blue-green color in this paper here, the scrapbook paper. And I have a lot of 12 by 12, and I don't like the size 12 by 12 because I always feel like I waste it. But I break it down, and then again I'll fill the pages. I decorated a whole bunch of music paper. One day I just sat and did this, and so those will go in here. And then one day when I'm just contemplative and I'm really thinking and I'm in the zone of writing and putting words together, I'll sit down and put the words. So that's just my method. That's how I flow, because there's nothing worse than trying to force words when your mind isn't there in that zone. So I kind of like, I did, oh, this is really cool. This was, I bought a book from the library. They sell their used books and so forth, and it was a flower book. I don't like glossy paper. I never have, I never will. I wish this was matte and flatter, but it is pretty when you're looking at the books at the library. The glossy really makes it punch, but I am not a fan and never have been of glossy paper ever, ever, never, never. But I like how it matches the napkin here, and so I'll probably do something like this. But I had material with the mums, and I put that on there just for some texture. And I like all of this. I like all of this. So I'm going to put that here together and do the same thing. And then what I'll do as well is when I'm ready to do this and put it together and have all the pages, I'm going to sew the binding together. And that's a whole other project. But you just pop holes in there and create that way. This one was kind of fun. I did this one the other day and just took, I had this fun dot paper. I love dots. And just made this, created this. This is material. I'm going to put a button here. We've got a little bit of that green. It's a different kind of green. I'm not sure if I'll use this one. It doesn't match perfectly, but I like the whimsical look of it all. That's what I like about dots. And then I just took this salmon colored paper. This salmon is a little bit darker, but I like the, it looks like an envelope. And I just cut it down. I just folded it in half, had the triangle, and created it like that. So that'll be a fun, and then it opens up. So it'll be a card, and I'll probably put some pages inside of there. And then this was another one. This is just some old paper, and I folded it in half, and I'll make a little booklet out of this one. And again, right now I've been working on a lot of grief pages. Last night, I was feeling last night, and so I just did a little drawing here, and with my pencil, and I'll probably make some more birds, and do that. I'll draw some more birds and flowers. I could take this and put that, I kind of like that. I kind of like that idea. I could do this one. I like this one better. I don't know. Maybe not. I could do the purple. No, don't like the purple. I think I like this one the best, because I don't really have brown in here. Or there's brown here, but I'm going to color over the brown with marker or something. And now that I know, if I'm going to put this in here, I'll add some yellows. In fact, I'll do that right now. Okay, yellow. This is a zebra midliner. It's got the calligraphy and then the fine point. I got these at Costco years and years ago. And it's kind of a, what's the color here? Do we not have a color on here? Huh. Gold, it's just called gold, but it's really more of a, it's not really gold. It's a shade of gold, but I would almost say it's borderline, I can't think of the word right, goldenrod, like more like goldenrod. Let's see here. Go ahead, see what this looks like, and do some. Now the brown is taking it over, but I'm seeing some shading as I'm coloring this, and I'm liking it. So I'm just tying in, if I'm going to do this card together, tying in the gold with the gold here, and I might even just kind of bring some up here to make it real kind of fun and whimsical. And guys, you know what, I really, you know, I want to emphasize, that's pretty, I like this. I'm adding the gold onto that pink metallic here, and I like the coloring of it. I like how that's coming out. That's coming out real pretty. When you're using your markers, have scratch paper to the side so that you can maybe take off a little bit of coloring that maybe you've touched another color that doesn't match. And you got that. I'm gonna do I want to do like a deeper pink. Let's see what this will do. And these are my Prismacolors. I love Prismacolor markers. Absolute favorite. You can get these singly at most of the art stores. I'm going to outline a couple of these. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I like this. I like how that's working. Adding a little bit of color to this all. And then I can come down here and I'm just going to add a couple little dots in here. Just to kind of make it, bring the colors together. That's awesome. Oh, and this color was just pink, just plain old pink. Pink number 8, PMK, Prismacolor 8. And it's a very bright pink. So, yeah, so a lot of fun here. This channel is going to be kind of a weird one, unique. I'm kind of going to go against the grain. I plan on coming on and speaking more on grief and art and therapy and journaling. And I don't know if you guys want to sit and watch me write my journals. Would that be too boring? And I'll show you what I'm doing right now. I've just got this plain old Mead book that I titled Grief 2024, and I'm just kind of starting to write just small little tidbits, and in these tidbits I will probably leave it as is. Maybe I'll make memes, maybe I'll make booklets. I'm not sure, but right now this is what I've been doing the last week or so, is just creating these memes and helping people through their grief. And so I don't know, would that be too boring to watch? I don't know, you tell me. I'm trying to pull together doing YouTube as a video to do this kind of stuff, and I'm considering doing a podcast helping people through grief. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so here's another old paper. Again, you can use anything. This pad of paper was old from I don't even know where. And then I have a little this one was going to be on prayers, and just taking scriptures and putting them in here for that. And I'm really liking this idea. Now, with that said, let me show you another little highlight of what can happen. I'm debating here. I think I want a little bit of purple. In here as well. So we've got the green, we've got the purple. And I like that I can write over the metallic. That's awesome. And I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just looking for this is pretty. I'm going to do some green. Now this one is a Zig clean color. And then I'm going to do a little bit of green on the leaves. And you know, and a lot of times the thing with art or creating anything, writing or any of it, is coming back and looking at it later to see what can be changed. just going to add grass in here. I want to add something to the pinks. There's a little bit of majestic coloring in here, so I think with these, now this one seems to be running out of ink. I've had this pink raspberry. I love this color, but dried out kind of quickly. I want to give some of these flowers a little bit more depth, so I can add a little bit of color in here. And again, just kind of having fun with it, and when you darken and shade, you get a little extra depth to your pictures. So just coming in and adding that to some of the flowers, and then if I scan this, it'll bring more depth to it as well. I need a little something in here in one of these. This is the Zig Clean color as well, and this is dark pink. Now, this one is yellow green, number 53. And just do that. I think I'm going to add a little pink in this one. And layering colors is okay. And you know those little fancy tulips, so I'm going to kind of make a couple of those and do that little fancy, if it'll work here. It'll cooperate with me. And sometimes if you don't like it, well, you don't want to throw the whole thing out with the bathwater if things don't come out the way you like it. Keep layering. Orange might work. Ooh, this was an old, I don't even know, Crayola maybe? Yeah, this is Crayola. Oh, I like this. Okay. This is really like dead. I don't even think they make these anymore, but these were kind of cool. And look at how it was a nice long felt tip, but ooh, look at that now. Yeah, I like this. The pigmentation in these were fantastic, and I don't think they make these anymore. And if they do, they might not be quite the same. These are probably 15 years old. I don't even know what they're called. Just as Crayola. And I think it was a pack of 5 or 6 colors. I know Walmart used to sell them. All right, so now what I'm going to do, oh wait, I want green, green, green. If I can find the right one. Let's see, I'm not sure this is going to be dark enough, but I need a felt tip just to kind of get the edges. This is almost too green, but that's okay. It's a lime green. That's okay. So now what I'm going to do is come in here with my Precise V7 and do my outlines. The outlines just really make it punch. And I need to put a little scrapbook down here. Let me and just kind of give the details in here. And again, it's just kind of fun and whimsical. And there are some ladies out there that do their artwork, and it's just truly just fun. Like, it almost looks blobby, the work that they do when they're painting and so forth, but it works, you know. So sometimes we can just keep it simple and fun and enjoy the process. And then as you see, if you feel like it's incomplete, you know, when you're creating it, just put it aside. Go have dinner, have lunch, take a walk, put it away, get your eyes off of it and put onto something else, and then come back to it. And a lot of times you'll have a fresh set of eyes. And if it's still not coming to you, just put it away. And then later on, and don't be judgmental with it, okay? Don't fight it and think, oh my God, it's terrible, I hate it. You know, you could say, oh, I don't, you just say, you know, there's something missing. I don't know what it is, there's just something missing. And then it'll come to you, you know? And I've had projects where I've just put it in a box and put it away. Because I knew I liked it, but it was just something that just wasn't finished. And it could be like a year later, you know, and I do have my boxes of stuff, you know, that I just put away or to the side or a drawer, whatever you have. So yeah, I'm liking this. What I can do is use my Sharpie to fill in, and again, this gives it more depth when you fill in some of these spaces and make the outside thicker. And the phone is kind of right where my forehead is, so I may have to do some of this later because I'm getting a little bit of I'm at the wrong angle looking at this. So some of it I'll finish when I'm off of the camera and I have a better view. So you come in and you can do that. Now, you know, because right now, like when you're up close and you're doing your art, it is you're up close, you know, and you're looking at details and you're getting those little details of what you see need to happen. And then that's why walking away, making a pot of coffee or something, and then coming back, taking a walk with the dog or something, that makes it come alive again. So I'm liking this just as it is, but I may come back later and do a little extra. But I'm going to leave it at that because I just had the inkling to do it, and then I'm going to come back and write something in there. So that'll look really good. I will double face tape this onto this page, and that will be the start of this particular book. And then I've got this one that was real popular back in the day with Michaels. They had a lot of these for a couple years, and I picked them up when they were clearance. And I like the kind of leather feel to it. And I've got all the little pieces that I'm gonna add to it here and create and write in here. So I gathered my color schemes in there, so I'll create that later. A little bit of ribbon that was around a pad of paper. I might use that in there. And so that is the highlight of how, you know, you can do some distressed look with your, hold on, with the Sizzix machine. And if you don't have one, you know, you can go look that up on Amazon, or next time you're in. I know a lot of the stores aren't carrying all the machines so much because Cricut's become such a big thing. I've got a Cricut and I like it, but I don't love it. I like it for certain things. I like it mostly for lettering, but it's time consuming. Because by the time you plug it in, you get it set up, you use the mat, make all the stuff, it just takes up too much time, and I feel like I lose my creative flow. So, so that's what I'm doing this morning, and just to give you some ideas of that embossing look and what that looks like. You can get them used all the time, the Sizzix machines. Just pull that up, embossing tools, on a search under Michaels or at Amazon, and you'll be able to see the machines and what they do. And then you do have to buy the extra little plates, which I walked in one day to Joann Fabrics years ago, and they had like bins of like their brand for 97 cents. So I think I bought like 20 or some 25 of them, and what an investment. It was great. I got all kinds of different ones, flowers and outlines, and I think this was one of them. I think all of these were one of them that I got at Joann's. So it was really great to get fall into that, you know, that sale. So and again, I'll just decorate it later. I'll write on it. My goal with these is to be able to I've got white calligraphy ink here, so on the dark I'm going to probably write that, or I'll print something out with white paper and tape it on here, scripture wise or something. Or again, I'm making some grief books, so these will be for that. So hope that helps you guys, and stay tuned, and I'll talk to you soon.